Yeah.
Okay, so that's brilliant. So we're not going to go too far away from the Boon Keng area. We'll head to Sims Avenue, and this is where we welcome our next guest to Open House, Douglas Chow. Douglas is founder of Empower Advisory Private Limited. Douglas, thank you for joining us today.
Good morning, Susan. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Douglas.
Okay, so Douglas, before we have you talk to us about the Penrose, I want to just pose a question to you first. Now, we've been talking about small developments, very large developments, and lately a couple of mid-sized developments, right? So with the Penrose, this is another mid-sized development that we're seeing. What are your thoughts on mid-sized developments, first of all, versus the tiny ones and the huge 2,000-unit ones?
Right. In today's challenging climate, mid-sized developments are right at the edge of the comfort zone that developers are willing to take. It's safe in the sense you can cater to the family buyers for larger units and investors for the smaller units, since you can offer a wider variety of units and configuration to sell. Yet, at the same time, it is not too large a development that you have to worry having to sell all your units within 5 years to avoid developers' ABSD penalty.
So the Penrose, which we are going to talk about here, is about 600 meters to the Alginet MRT station, which is about a 7-minute walk.
Which is not bad.
Yeah, quite close. And of course, the main highlight here, I think, is that it's a city fringe location.
That's a plus point.
Just 15 minutes drive to Orchard Road in the CBD area, more or less. Douglas, what are your thoughts on the pros and cons of this location?
I know the location very well, as I was involved in the project Sims Urban Oasis, which is right next to the Penrose, and completed just 2 years ago. At that time, when Sims Urban Oasis was launched, the initial resistance was that it was near Geylang, which has a less than stellar reputation. But eventually, buyers realized that it is not that near Geylang, and the overall convenience being near to the city with heartland amenities all around made it a very compelling buy. So in the end, all 1,024 units were sold out. And now, with the mini satellite CBD built around Paya Lebar MRT, which is just one MRT stop away, that's another plus point to the Penrose location.
So in light of all these changes that we're seeing, we also know that the Penrose land plot was around 732 per square foot when it was bought. This was from the government land sales in the first half of 2018. So based on that price, the city fringe location, the 99-year lease, Douglas, what do you expect units here are probably going to sell for?
And Douglas, we also have just received a question from a listener, John, and his question is really to the point. So how much is property at Penrose? So this is a great place for you to tell us.
Okay. Well, first we have to understand that developers always try to price their developments according to what the market can bear. So it doesn't mean that just because a developer gets the land for, say, $1, he will sell the units at a bargain price. It just means that the developer will have more flexibility to adjust his prices accordingly. So the Penrose will take reference to similar city fringe condos and nearby developments such as Sims Urban Oasis right next door. So currently, resale prices for Sims Urban Oasis transacted for between 1,005 to 1,750 PSF. So I believe Penrose will use that as a baseline, and you can expect Penrose to price its unit from an average of 1,600 PSF upwards.
Okay, John, I hope that answers your question, and you want to do your homework before you actually jump in and make a decision, and that's the advice that we've been given by our experts over and over again. A quick question here, though. What sorts of people will benefit most from the Penrose?
Well, home buyers and investors will do pretty well. The best case study is Sims Urban Oasis, which is next door, right? So it has a very good mix of home buyers and investors who have enjoyed price appreciation and have either realized a profit or sitting on paper profit now.
Now, one of the issues with the Penrose that we've heard, though, is that it's quite close to some major roads. Do you see that being a pollution, a congestion issue?
The noise. My mother will tell you it's the noise.
Actually, the noise will come mainly from the PIE, which flanks the northern part of the Penrose. So units that face the PIE will get the noise. And this was exactly the same issue with Sims Urban Oasis. And what the developer did for Sims Urban Oasis was to provide double glazed windows for those units and to build a multi-story car park along the PIE stretch to block and absorb some of the traffic noise.
So it's all in the design then?
Yes, so the main entrance and exit of the Penrose will be from Sims Drive, which is a side road. So it's not a main road. The nearest main road is Aljunied Road, and the Penrose, fortunately, is completely shielded from the main road by Sims Urban Oasis. So I don't see a big issue of air pollution or congestion. The developer of Penrose will have to be creative, though, to minimize the number of units that face the PIE directly.
Yes, I guess there are many ways to block out whatever pollution, noise in particular. A lot of people will, I think, do that. And also my view, I don't want to face the PIE and with my bedroom right there. One quick question before we do need to go for a break is the Penrose. It's got a really nice mix of units, right? 1 to 4 units. These are on the smaller side though. In fact, the 3-room units are just, 900 plus square feet?
936 to 980 square feet.
That's right.
Not too big.
Not too big, and it's a 3-bedroom. Just one quick comment from you on this, Douglas.
Yes, I saw the specs. So the smaller 3-bedders are those that will not provide a helper's room or an additional toilet for the kitchen, and some will have 1 balcony instead of 2. But thankfully, buyers will have more choices at the Penrose. So those with a bigger budget can go for the 3-bedder premium or the 3+ study, which are between 1,044 square feet and 1,184 square feet.
Okay,
so there's a choice.
So there is choice.
Yes.
And the sizes aren't bad if you have the pluses in
Go
there.
for the premium 3 rooms.
The premium ones.
Yeah.
Douglas, thank you very much for your time today.
Welcome.
Thank you. So creativity is really needed for a site like where the Penrose is going to be when you've got the PIE on one side and other major roads surrounding it so that people don't say it's the noise. So that was a great conversation as well with Douglas, who has given us a bit more insight into this property of the week, which is the Penrose. Douglas Chow is founder of Empower Advisory Private Limited.